Welcome to this week's edition of Sports Corner. I am your host, Dante. I got my co-host, TJ. And the reason I had to speak for you, because we had a big celebration that happened on Sunday around 6:30. And I know how you felt about the big bowl. I call it the big bowl.
Hey, it was a big bowl, I'll tell you that. It's
It
the
was
most
a big
important
bowl.
one. Most important bowl.
And, I don't want to spoil who won it. So, since the team that I think won, hint, hint, do you want to tell who won?
Well, guys, on Sunday, we had a Super Bowl matchup between the Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks, and what a magnificent game, man. It was started off slow pace, a lot of defense, field goals by Seattle. But Dante, I'll tell you one thing that I peeped during this game in the first half. Man, oh man, they didn't run the ball in the 1 yard line in 2014. They said we're going to run it in 2025. Kenneth Walker III had a monstrous game and won Super Bowl MVP with 27 carries, 135 yards, won the Super Bowl Alex MVP as well. Sam Darnold, 19 for 38, 202 with 1 touchdown. I mean, Kenneth Walker in that offense just was pound for pound, blow for blow, physical, just more physical than that Patriots defense, man. Kenneth Walker ran all over them. Sam Darnold took care of the football. And Jason Myers, man. 5 for 5 on field goals, 2 for 2 on extra points. I mean, Dante, it don't get no better for that offensive performance, being able to protect the football, run the football, and kick field goals whenever you needed to. And then let's talk about that defense. That Seahawks defense came to play, Dante. 6 sacks, 2 picks, and just 16 total QB pressures in the entire game. Drake May couldn't know what to do with the football. He went for 27 for 43, 295 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he was sacked 6 times. No run game, non-existent, Dante. 7 carries for 23 yards, and they just put a beat down on the Patriots, man. They had no answers for the run game, the play action pass to Sam Darnold, and Drake May just all around struggle with the secondary, locking up Stephon Diggs, locking up Kayshon Boutte, locking up Mac Hollins, locking up DeMario Davis, man. Even Hunter Henry, who was their probably best weapon outside of Stephon Diggs, quiet. And as you guys see, JSN left the game early. Well, not early, slow in the second half with a concussion, but he ended up coming back for the football. But Dante, surprise, JSN did not have a game that we all expected. He had 3 catches for 23 yards, but this was a team win, Dante. He wasn't the only man on the field. We won offensively, defensively, and with special teams. And Drake May, he put 2 touchdowns on the board, getting last garbage time touchdowns, but it was too much for that Seahawks defense, causing scooping scores on defense, causing a lot of sacks, wishing and washing them the offensive linemen. They couldn't hold nobody, from Byron Murphy's all the way to the rookie D-tackle Riley Mills getting a sack on his own. So I just say it was a wonderful game, Dante, in an aspect of me being a Seahawks fan and, watching us just completely dominate this game, start to finish.
I mean, you talk about physical, you talk about efficient, and you talk about just dominant. That's what you got in the Super Bowl. I think, although the Seattle Seahawks showed a lot of dominancy, you got to give credit to New England. Mm-hmm. It looked like it's going to be a good game. A low scoring, might be 3-0, might be 6-3 type of game. So, although New England came out on the opposite side of what they wanted to, you have to give credit to Mike Vrabel and Drake May.
And I'll say this, Dante. And out of the entire game, I only seen really one person that really came to play and played to win, and that was Christian Gonzalez, man. He gave JSN work, he gave Rashid Shaheed work, and he gave Cooper Kupp work. They all struggled going against Christian Gonzalez, and man, oh man, he's going to be a great future lockdown corner for the Patriots. I see it already.
Well, we done talked about Super Bowl. Anything else you want to say? Cause
I just want to say, man, thank you guys for the 12s, being a supporter of all season. All you haters, stay in your hater corner. Don't be trying to come over here and ride the Seahawk bandwagon when we had 61 odds when the season started. Now y'all want to come and get up? No, stay right there. Keep hating. Keep glazing the Rams. Keep glazing the Niners. Keep glazing the Eagles. It's okay. Seahawk Nation here, and the real ones know. Amen.
All right. Well, as you can see, my co-host was very excited because you waited how many years?
I waited 11 years for this. 2014. You told me my season ended at the 1 yard line off a pass that we could have ran the beast mode. The best running back in the league. That's why I said, Dante, they improved a point this game. They gave Kenneth Football the football and said, this is what we should have did. Run the ball. And you see we did. 135 yards on the ground, man. It just, the physicality of the Seahawks defense when we get to the Super Bowl, when we get to these playoffs, is just unmatched. And it just showed that game.
Well, TJ, as much as I love hearing you talk about it, we can't turn this into a therapy session because we got to move on.
It's okay.
We got to move on because there's some other news came out recently this weekend, right before the Super Bowl, where you had Larry Fitzgerald, Luke Kuechly, Adam Vinatieri, Drew Brees, and Roger Craig. And guess what all them got in common?
What happened? What they did, Dante?
They said they first ballot Hall of Fame 2026 for the NFL.
First ballot?
First ballot.
Like, they the first to get in? Like 2026 they start, they say, oh, you in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like,
I mean, Dante, let's be honest. Those some dollars you name right there. You want to get into it? Let me go ahead and get into it. I got you. I'm a guy. I don't even got to say it. Larry Fitzgerald, we're going to start off with him. 17 out of 17 seasons, he's an 11-time Pro Bowler, part of the 2010 All-Decade team. He completed his career with 1,432 receptions, 17,492 yards, with 121 touchdowns, and he won Walter Payton Man of the Year. I mean, talk about an elite receiver, Dante. Like, if you remember Larry Fitz's game, he's a slot receiver, all hands type of guy. It don't matter how fast he was, no matter how slow he was. What thing he gonna do? He gonna catch that football.
Yeah, Mr. Consistent.
Mr. Consistent, and amen. But you know who's consistent, Dante? He only played 8 seasons in the NFL, and Luke Kuechly, man, a 2-time tackle leader and a 2010 All-Decade honors as well on the defensive side. He had 1,092 total tackles, 12.5 sacks, 18 interceptions, and he was a 7-time Pro Bowler and a 7-time All-Pro winner in his 8 seasons. And he was a 2012 Defensive Rookie of the Year and a 2013 Defensive Player of the Year. So talk about a short career, but definitely a meaningful one.
It definitely was.
As one of the best linebackers in the NFL, we went from offense, we went from defense. Dante, let's throw a little special team.
Oh, we got to fill out the triangle?
We got to fill out the triangle. Because like I said, Dante, it's not just offense, it's not just defense. We got to care about the special team units as well.
Yes, sir.
And talk about the best kicker to probably ever do it. Adam Vinatieri, a 4-time Super Bowl champion with 3 first-team All-Pro selections, 3 Pro Bowl selections, and he was selected in the NFL 100th anniversary all-time team and the 2000s team. Dante, if you have a kicker that has a total of 2,671 points in his career, what would you say?
Put him on my team and see if he's still eligible.
Thank you much. And guess what, Dante? Not only did he get that many points, 2,000, he also went 599 to 715 with an 83.8 career field goal percentage. That's
amazing.
That's
immaculate.
That's top 3 in the league, Dante.
Top 3.
And Dante, I love this list. We had Larry Fitz at the receiver position. Yeah. We got Luke Kuechly at linebacker. Right. We got the kicker, Adam Vinatieri.
Of course.
You want to go back to offense real quick? I got you. Drew Brees, a top 3 quarterback all time, possibly, especially in the 2010s, played 20 seasons with 80,000 total passing yards, 571 TDs with a 67.7 completion percentage, and 243 interceptions with a 98 quarterback rating. And not only that, he is a 1-time Super Bowl XLIV champion with 13 Pro Bowl selections, a 2004 Comeback Player of the Year, and a 2006 Walter Payton Man of the Year award.
And you got to remember, Drew Brees also was the top 5 with Tom Brady. You had Drew Brees, of course. Mm-hmm. You had Ben Roethlisberger. You definitely got to add Phillip Rivers to that list.
Who else?
Matt Ryan.
I mean, if we going, I was gonna keep adding to that list. If we talking about playing time, I was gonna throw Peyton Manning in there.
Peyton Manning.
You gotta throw Aaron Rodgers in there.
Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, like that quarterback that 2010 span was legendary.
Cam Newton.
Just names after names. And the last name we want to get into for the first ballot Hall of Fame list, not everybody might not know. A running back from the 90s, Roger Craig, played 11 seasons with 1,019. Oh my God, Dante. A lot of words.
Hey, fried chicken wings. I got you.
And it wasn't even that good today, man. 1,991 carries, 8,189 yards with 56 TDs. It don't sound that nice, but guess what? He was a 3-time Super Bowl champion, Dante. A 2-time All-Pro and a 4-time Pro Bowler. That's a great running back, in my opinion, Dante. Three Super Bowls?
Yeah, 3.
I mean, if you as a running back winning the Super Bowl, you're doing something right.
Hey, I have to agree with you. So, shout out to everybody who made the Hall of Fame. You worked hard, and everybody wants, at the end of the day, if you work hard at your craft, you want 2 things after the NFL: a Super Bowl, and to have that gold jacket.
Yeah, man. And out of all our list honors, everyone's won a Super Bowl. Pretty much saw too. Luke Kuechly and Larry Fitz. But at the end of the day, it's not like we said earlier, Dante. It's not one person. It's a team game.
It is.
But them boys right there, they definitely made their team.
Well, I want to transition because not only did we find out about the Hall of Fame, but we had some awards. We had some medallions, some trophies to hand out. DJ, can we talk about them trophies?
Well, Dante, you already know. At the end of every season, you always have the MVP, offensive player, defensive player, rookies, And, they added a little flavor to the awards this year too, Dante. They got Protector of the Year,
I like that too.
Assistant Coach of the Year too.
I like that too.
I mean, like we giving more people names, but we're gonna start from the top and the most important one. MVP, your most valuable player of the year, is Matthew Stafford. Your offensive player of the year, Jackson Smith-Njigba. Defensive player of the year, 23.5 sacks, Myles Garrett, man. And your offensive rookie of the year, Terry McMillan. Defensive rookie of the year, Carson Schlesinger. Comeback player of the year is Christian McCaffrey. Coach of the year is Mike Vrabel. Walter Payton Man of the year is Bobby Wagner. And our protector of the year, man, showing them offensive linemen some love. Joe Thuney, man, after leaving the Chiefs, coming to the Bears, and now becoming the second person to ever win this award, that's amazing, Dante.
I couldn't agree more. And congratulations to everybody who won the award. I wish I could win an award, but I didn't get to the NFL. But dreams and aspirations still stay in me.
Hey, man, and these people right here completed a lot of aspirations, a lot of goals this season. Every one of these players completed something this year. Whether they had a good season or a bad season, man. And I look forward to what next season will look like, Dante.
And you know what? I'm looking forward to this question. Because as you always know, producers. But it was a lot more common this year, It's a lot more common this time. She ain't tagging me, he ain't tagging me. I got a phone call.
A phone call?
And they like, hey, just ask this question.
Chill? Like that?
Chill.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I'm getting on the good side.
Hey, you might be getting in that sweet spot.
Maybe. So my question, was this Super Bowl with Bad Bunny as the halftime performance, with your Seattle Seahawks winning it all, with the defense being played, is it considered the best Super Bowl ever?
As a fan, I'm gonna have to go yes. 11 years, we make up for that debacle with this defense as well of the elite of caliber. Yes, it was the best Super Bowl of my life. Yes, but if we're looking at it in a realistic standpoint, in all the Super Bowl that I played, no. I mean, if I've never seen, I'm not gonna say never, but this was obviously a Super Bowl where one team was blatantly, obviously better than the other team from start to finish, and the Patriots were scared to play, and they were in the game, but they wasn't in the game. So it was a lot. I would say no, Dante. To answer your question, one of the Super Bowls that I would say one of the best would probably have to be that Eagles-Patriots with Nick Foles. I feel like that's probably might be the best unexpected Super Bowl that there has been in the last few years. But yeah, no,
I respect that answer. I'm gonna go a little different. I'm not gonna go different from you. I'm gonna answer the question. This was probably the most boring Super Bowl because of defense. If you like defense, I'm not a defense person. I'm offense. But I think the greatest Super Bowl is that 28-3 comeback with Tom Brady and Matt Ryan Falcons.
That's a great one too. I ain't gonna lie.
That's very memorable.
Memorable. That's the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. So it is etched at the top. Like if you were a Falcons fan, I'm sorry to bring this up, but I know you're sick to your stomach. Sick.
Well, as much as I love talking about this topic, as much as I can hear you talk about Seattle, I'm happy for you. I was scared. I didn't know if they lost. I didn't know how we will come on here.
Y'all, I'm gonna tell you right now, if they would have lost, I don't know if y'all see me on this beautiful Wednesday right here. I'll be heartbroken, but I don't have to think about that.
Well, I always gotta cover the NFL, but they keep telling me that hoops getting exciting from the women's to the men's to even the NBA. So I guess we gotta sign off and let the boys come on and talk about the hoops.
I guess we gotta let the football go and bring in the basketball because football season is over with. But I'd never let go of hooping. Hooping's part of life.
It is. And guess what? If you want to hear about hoops, you got to stay tuned because right now we're going to commercial break.
Deion Sanders excelled at the highest level in both professional football and baseball, earning 2 Super Bowl championships, multiple NFL All-Pro selections, and becoming one of the most feared shutdown cornerbacks in league history. His athletic versatility and cultural confidence challenged traditional norms around Black athletes, embracing visibility, fashion, and financial self-determination. Sanders' most significant historical impact came through his leadership at Jackson State University, HBCU, and member of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. As head coach, he brought elite recruits, national media coverage, and corporate investment to HBCU, sparking renewed conversations about equity, resources, and respect for Black educational institutions within college athletics.
Whoa. I can't get out.
Get it out.
Welcome back to Sports Corner. And I'm the magnificent Enoch Clark. And I'm here with,
August Kirkpatrick.
and you know, we're the All-Stars. And we about to give it to you, All-Star Edition.
No, seriously. But we have to go from boys to men. Starting off with the boys, I think it's fitting to say shockers and upsets galore.
I've been a man, brother.
I meant college to NBA.
Okay.
I meant boys to men.
Okay.
Galore,
I was
sir.
just checking your temperature, bro.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, let's
So,
be professional.
I think the first game we should mention is the. I think this is gonna hurt a lot of people in North Carolina because this was the rivalry. This was number 14 North Carolina upsetting number 4 Duke in the rivalry classic, which was obviously defined by control, adjustments in late game composure. Even though both teams played a major role in their success. So I want to first mention Cameron Boozer. He played a hell of a game, 24 points, 11 rebounds, and he consistently scored while dealing with contact, and he was anchoring the Duke on the glass. And it looked good for Duke at first, obviously. But in your opinion, Enoch, what changed for UNC in the second half? What caused UNC to light them up and get to a point where we have Caleb Wilson scoring 23, Vasar scoring 13 points and having 11 rebounds, and he also had Seth Trimble, who pretty much ended Duke's life.
All right.
So what's your thoughts about UNC coming back in this game?
Okay. Well, you asked me the question, but then you finish up the stats. Can I get a little love?
No, it's my turn. It's my turn to get the stats.
I think it's my turn, but let's get to it. I think what really changed the game was, like you said, Caleb Wilson having 23 points, 2 assists, and 4 rebounds, shooting 66.7% from the field, which was 8 of 12. Caleb Wilson, he really had that silky, subliminal, Rick Carmino game, all right? Get in your dictionary. But another thing what really changed the game is just how, they just had the will to attack. UNC would get to the basket, drive, take out shots, and they just would never look back, like, never looking back. And also, like you said, the other guy, Vizar, he's a 7-foot center from Arizona. And he also was nominated for the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar midseason player of the game. So he really was a huge presence and stuff. And also, UNC's record is now 7-4 in conference and 21-2 overall. So that shot at the end.
No.
Oh,
UNC
I'm sorry, that's
is not
my bad.
21-2.
UNC is 19-5 overall.
How is 4 losses in conference equate to 2 losses in general?
Hey, my bad. They're 19-5 overall.
Get it correct.
I got to correct myself. But, at the very end, it really got very crazy. Boozer, at the end, he shot a contested layup. And then after that, that's when Dixon, after a timeout, Dixon came all the way down, drove to the basket, kicked it all the way out. I mean, all the way out to, what's the guy's name again?
It's Seth Trimble with 16 points and he's shooting in the corner 3. But honestly, I think this was a great game for UNC, at least for the bracket coming up, because it's the 11th. March is coming up real soon. So March Madness is coming up soon.
Oh, madness!
And this will show who the real players are at.
This will show the boys to the men.
But I think Duke will be fine after this game. I truly believe that Duke has the will and strength to get past the adversity they are facing right now. Was UNC a tough opponent? Yes, it always is. UNC versus Duke is a bitter rivalry.
But did you know this was the largest upset versus Duke in 25 years?
25.
25, yes,
serious?
sir. My age, 25, 2-5.
Are we serious?
I'm dead serious.
Well, that attests to Duke's dominance, but this also attests to the shift of culture in UNC. So it will be interesting to see how UNC takes care of business the rest of the year going into March Madness.
You said take care of what?
Business.
Take care of business.
Yes, sir.
Can we go into the next game just a little bit, my brother?
I'm scared to bring this up. I'm scared to bring this up because this caused problems and ripples and waves all through college sports.
Ripples?
And this talks about the number 1 undisputed team in the nation.
Who's that?
Arizona. But they're not undefeated no more.
Oh,
they lost.
82-78.
No. Get it through your head. They lost to Kansas.
Took an L. L backwards.
And one of the biggest college upsets in a long time, we have the number 9 Kansas Jayhawks handing Arizona one of their few L's in the last couple years.
Well, that was a big fat L.
But obviously it was in Allen's Fieldhouse, and that's obviously a hard place to play in. But Arizona came swinging, but it was not enough, honestly. We had Floyd Bedinga with 23 points, 10 rebounds. We had Melvin Council Jr. with 23 points, who also hit late free throws to help seal the win. Bryson Tiller scored 18 points. Jamar McDowell scored 10 as well. So the Jayhawks had scorers who were willing to attack, score, and defend at all will. So my question was, what went wrong for Arizona?
I think what really went wrong, subdominantly, macaronially, what went wrong was just because, what went wrong was I really think the transition points. Kansas had really good transition points. And at first, Braden Burris, he led him he finished the game with 25 points.
He still scored 25.
But I feel like that's just really a one man. I feel like Arizona, they have other great players, but Braden Burris, he's really the glue that just really gets the crop, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean.
So he's the cohesive bond to Arizona.
Yeah, in simpler words.
Okay.
But I feel as though Kansas had really good transition points, and the guards did a really good job finding the bigs. Like you said earlier, Flory Bedinga, he scored 23 points. He was very dominant down low, getting it, handoffs, dunking on them. And also in conference, Kansas is 9-2 overall in conference, and Kansas now has a record of 19-5, Cinco. And in conference, Arizona is 10-1. Like you said, they don't really lose often, but it happened simultaneously. And they are now 23-1 just overall. So they used to be undefeated, but they're not. So things happen. Basketball is an unpredictable sport. And in this type of sport, you have to adjust. You have to adjust to the players. You have to adjust to the game. Ball don't lie.
I think one of the main points to note, at least for Kansas went 21 for 25 at the free throw line. They're called free for a reason. Kansas took advantage, and this is the reason why Arizona lost. I believe that Arizona will come back and dominate the rest of the year. I will say that because Arizona is undeniable. But that being said, though, Kansas will be dangerous to watch. I would be scared of Kansas if I were you. But that's neither here or there.
So let me wait before you go on to the next topic, which I know you want to. Why do you think Arizona will come back on top? They just lost to Kansas. And they have a really tough schedule ahead in March Madness and stuff. So do you think Arizona will have the capacity and rigorously to advance?
Can I be real honest with you?
Be all the way honest.
Texas Tech does not scare me if I'm Arizona. Houston does not scare me if I'm Arizona. UCF does not scare me if I'm Arizona. Arizona is one of the most complete teams in college basketball to this day, regardless of their loss to Kansas. Because you have to realize that was in Allen Fieldhouse. This was in Kansas. This was in Kansas, Lawrenceville to be exact. So, the crowd was going to be rowdy. The crowd was going to cause problems for Arizona, and they did persevere to an extent. They did face adversity to an extent, and they came just short. They were 4 points away from winning this game.
So what you're saying is, Tamanifly, is that the reason that Arizona lost is because they weren't home. That's what you're saying? That's what I'm getting from your conversation.
I wouldn't say that. I would say the crowd played a factor. I will say that Kansas set off the crowd, and Kansas also has the talent to do so. Not saying that Arizona's talent is not there, but this does not define Arizona as a team. I think this would be a wake-up call for Arizona going into March Madness because postseason matters. So it'll be interesting to see how much more time it'll take until Arizona loses again, or they ultimately win the championship. But going from boys to men, we have to start off with the state of Michigan. They have another contender. And it's not the University of Michigan, not UM. I'm talking about a team that hasn't touched the NBA Finals since 2004. The Detroit Pistons.
Bad boys.
So they have emerged as one of the most surprising and dominant teams in the NBA. And they're sitting on top of the Eastern Conference with a record of 39-13, which is the league's best. And obviously, it's been a remarkable turnaround because they have been bottom feeders, bottom dwellers for so long. Now, My question to you is, who has caused the most noise for Detroit?
Well, I really like your wordplay, as I like to, call out in my understandably knowledge. But I think who has caused the most noise for Detroit? That's hard to say because you have to think about the Eastern divisions. Um,
I'm talking about players, sir, not the teams. The teams will come as time goes on because you do have the Celtics, you do have the Knicks,
okay, so your
you do have
question is
other
who
teams.
causes the most noise on the Pistons?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because
You got Kate.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
My bad.
You're taking the words out of
My
my
bad.
mouth.
I'm
Talk
sorry.
about Cade.
So we got Cade Cunningham.
Yes, sir.
Shooting guard, averaging 26 points per game. We also have Jalen Duren, my guy from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Wait. Go back to Cade. You said his points. Talk about how he assists. Because to my knowledge, he also has nearly 10 assists a game as well. So he's not only scoring at will, he's also assisting at will, which is a big plus for that Detroit team. But also talk about Jalen Durham.
Oh, yeah.
He dominates on the boards, 10 rebounds a game.
18 points per game.
Exactly.
Next,
so
we got
he's
Tobias
scoring.
Harris.
Hold on. He's scoring at will, rebounding at will, and defending at will, which is all plus sides for Detroit, which is important because I think it gives. Does it give Ben Wallace?
Nah, that's a totally different player.
No.
Ben Wallace was straight defense.
No.
He was just knuckle up, knuckle sandwich.
I think his defense could give Ben Wallace, but
Jalen Duren?
Indeed.
It's
comparable.
So in a one-on-one, how is it comparable, brother?
It's comparable. They both are anchors on that team because in 2004, obviously when you had Rip Hamilton, who was the anchor? Ben Wallace. So with a team with Cade Cunningham, Tobias Harris, obviously you have Isaiah Stewart, who's also one of the anchors of the team and one of the most physical forces on the team. Jalen Durham brings that compound seasoning that they need in Detroit. And I love that. But obviously they in the power rankings, they're the number one team. Can anyone beat them?
May I say this? In 1989, 1990, they were the Detroit Bad Boys. And when you talk about big guys who were physical, harmoniously, you had guys like Dennis Rodman, Bill Lambert, and John Sally. Those guys were very physical and powerful. So I see the comparison what you mean, and I also want to point out Tobias Harris averages 14 points per game. So that's a big three. I think they really advanced the Pistons forward and really helped them. Coming from a record of 2024, 14-68. So yes, respectfully, they're respected now. They're that people.
Okay, but you know another team that's been catching fire, Inferno Blazes, and they just played the Pistons.
Did they fight? Oh, that's later. My bad.
Don't talk about it just yet.
Charlotte,
the team that resides in Charlotte, North Carolina, the boys are purple and blue. The Charlotte Hornets just finished with a 9-game winning streak, even though it just got snapped by the Detroit Pistons. And a big part of the turnaround was obviously the roster's health and balance, having LaMelo Ball, who scored 20 points a game and has high assist production. Also have Brandon Miller, 20-plus points a game, and often paces Charlotte's offense. And then you have Khan from 3, 21 points per game.
my pride.
And obviously his points percentage has been solidifying his season average throughout the whole year. So has the offensive outburst that Charlotte's had been the main factor, or would you think they are a balanced team scoring and defending?
I would say that the offense has really been a main factor because Diamond, to honestly, I feel as though I just made that word up. You have, like you said, Brandon Miller, who's averaging 20 points per game, right? Miles Bridges, very physical down low, averaging darn near 20 points per game. And then you got LaMelo Ball, who's averaging darn near 20 points per game. 3 players that's averaging 20 points per game, 20, 40, 60.
And you have shooters on the bench.
That's dangerous, man. That's a dangerous game, like Michael Jackson said. Dangerous. And also a fun fact I just wanted to point out, since it's just so daggone easy for these guys. They're the only team in NBA history to win 9 straight games without getting a single point from a player that's 28 years old. What you think about that?
I think it's crazy.
August.
But I think the momentum that they've had, regardless of just fighting valiantly with the Pistons, I think they have what it takes to climb up the standings to the point where they could make the playoffs. Is it likely? I personally don't know. The East is weak, but the East still has talent. You have the Magic, you have the Heat, you have the Hawks, and other scrappy young teams and solidified teams that could make some noise. But speaking of a scrappy and solidified team, let's move on to the hottest take. Not even hottest take, but hottest trade that's went on within society. And I'm talking about Darius Garland for James Harden. And we're not talking about Darius Garland because obviously the Clippers had to get some youth. They are an old team. But what do you think James Harden's impact been so far, at least for the Cavaliers? Because to note, he's had 22.5 points per game already, almost 8 assists, 6 rebounds, and he's been generating the offense and success for the Cavaliers. Do you think he's meshing well with all the other players, as in Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, among other players? How has that been, in your opinion?
I think heaven sent. He's just really starting. And Donovan Mitchell says, in his words that, he's just going with the vibes and he's happy that he's there. Everybody seems as though they're happy for James Harden to be there. Harden, he had 2 games so far, so we really can't say anything yet, really too crazy, but nothing was perfect. He had his first game on February the 7th against the Kings. He scored 23 points, 8 assists, and 3 steals. And then also on February 9th against the Denver Nuggets, scoring 2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 1 block. We all know what Harden can do. We all know when he came from OKC, right? Houston, H-Town. I'm sorry. Philly, my home team. Excuse the spitting, brother. My bad. And then the Clippers. And now here. I feel as though James Harden, he's a great assist man. His assists are just remarkably silky as a goose. So James Harden, he has a lot of potential right now, especially with his points being a shooting guard. I think the players will feed off him, especially playing with Donovan Mitchell, who also is a powerhouse. It's going to be something special right here. This can be something special and different that really changes Cleveland dynasty from a couple years ago when LeBron James was on Cleveland. So, is that a good opinion? I feel as though, is that okay with me? Is that okay with you, brother?
Well, I'll say this. I'll say the Cavaliers are in win now mode, obviously stacking up with James Harden. And it's to a point where they can solidify themselves as the best team in the East. And they could go toe-to-toe with the Pistons and win that game and possibly win the finals. But the finals are all hot and all. It's time to go to hot topics. Yes, my hand's on fire.
See, hot topics.
Yes, but when we come back, we will have hot topics with the whole cast. So stay here. Oscar Robertson revolutionized basketball as the first player to average a triple-double over an entire NBA season, finishing his career as one of the most complete guards ever and winning an NBA championship with the Milwaukee Bucks in 1971. Beyond the court, Robertson's most lasting impact came through his leadership in the National Basketball Players Association, where he served as president. Drawing from his experiences with segregation and racial discrimination, he led the historic lawsuit against the NBA that dismantled the reserve clause. This victory granted players free agency and fair labor rights, disproportionately benefiting black athletes who had long been economically exploited. Robertson's work helped transform professional sports into a space where players could exercise collective power and financial independence. This is Oscar Robertson. I smell something burning. Dante, is it your hand again?
Is it that barbecue I cooked earlier?
Not, hold on. Let me go ahead and make it red.
That's knowledge right there.
There you go. Welcome back to Sports Corner. You see who's here. You know it's time for hot topics. And Dante, talk to me. What we got today, sir?
Well, the first hot topic is kind of similar to last week's hot topic, but
Lord.
we're attacking it at a different angle.
Okay.
James Pierce Jr. was arrested for crashing into his superstar, WNBA superstar, that is, Rakia Jackson. Why is it that athletes find toxic relationships in their partners? Or find love, I should say.
Who wants to go first?
I say this. Everybody likes a little crazy.
To be honest,
Talk to me.
Everybody likes a little crazy, a little spice. But you always got to keep your composure even with the spice, though. Like, that's a little too much.
7 police officers to keep you on the ground, my brother. You're a first round draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
You get first round money.
Mm-hmm.
You have a bright career. You're a starter for the Atlanta Falcons, probably their best edge rusher.
Well, run that back again, sir. You live where?
Atlanta.
You cannot go wrong with living in Atlanta at all.
Playing for Atlanta when you're probably a future franchise player, because as we know, he had 10.5 sacks in his rookie year, a dominant rookie at that, and you soil that with not being able to keep your composure over your girl. I don't even know what happened. I just know it was him. It was all him. What y'all gotta say, man?
Well, both folks can be crazy. That's all I can say. I really cannot protect him. That man is guilty, and due process will do him in the worst way possible.
Now, if you don't know, he is expecting to, if he's not acquitted of his charges and he's held accountable, he's expected to do 5 years max in prison.
No more NFL career. Bye-bye.
I was about to say that regardless of whether he gets convicted or he doesn't get convicted, I think his career is over.
Over with.
May I? You wanted to say my last name, Mr. Clark?
Clark.
I like how you do it. I think Kel Channisley. It's almost like, all that. First of all that just stalking women and hitting women and just abuse out the window. Get out of here with all that. It's like I feel as though relationships aren't always like barbecue. Smooth and silky. Yeah, that's right. I said it. I'll do my push-ups later. It's all it could be a little rough around the edges and rough in the middle, but. He really did a lot, trying to hurt an officer, hitting Rickea Jackson, in the front and rear end with the car and then resisting arrest. What the heck is that, man? That's not man behavior. You have to sirdominantly, contain yourself. Yeah, I get you want to spice things up, but I feel as though, like you said earlier, why is it that the athletes always had these problems with these toxic relationships? I feel as though they want attention. They want to get their name out there. They want other people like us, professionally dressed young brothers, to talk about it and have something, interesting, just to spice up their career.
I mean, I could definitely see where you're coming when you say clout, like using the clout to come on. I'm not going to say they're going to sit up here and try and get us to talk about them. I ain't say they're doing that because this is negative stuff. This ain't good stuff. But I will say it definitely is, I feel like, a thing where, like, athletes, sometimes get together to, have that clout, be like, oh, these two celebrities are together, they raise each other up. But you got to know the person that you're talking to at the end of the day. And like, something like that could mess up your career. If not your career, someone else's career. And James Pierce definitely messed up his career. But he could also hurt Rickea Jackson's career too, crashing into her car. That's severe, man. Like, you could get leg injury, concussion, show any type of bodily harm in a crash, and like that could cause like problems for her future and her career. So I say we got to start thinking smart when it comes to like dating in the D1 aspect. I'm gonna put it like that, in like top tier dating and stuff like that.
I definitely agree with you. I have to further piggyback off your Tamariously saying. I feel as though, I don't know if some of this stuff is scripted, what these athletes do, but it's out of pocket, man. I'm trying to be professional. I'm trying to hold myself accountable and rigorously stay there, but it's just unacceptable, and like you said, just starting off their career as a rookie, he's a rookie for the Atlanta Falcons. That's not a good look, just starting off too.
Yeah.
So keep it at I'm lost for words. Keep it at a minimum.
All right, next topic. After winning the Super Bowl, is Sam Darnold now considered the best 2018 draft pick?
I did my homework. It's my turn. No, but he's getting up there because I had to do my homework. I had to pull it up. So obviously the first pick was Baker Mayfield. Number 2 was Saquon. Number 3 was Sam Darnold. You had number 7 for Josh Allen. Number 32 was Lamar Jackson. Other notable first rounders from that draft, you had Bradley Chubb, Quentin Nelson, Denzel Ward, Roquan Smith, Mike McGlinchey, Josh Rosen, trash.
Roquan.
Minka Fitzpatrick, Vita Vea, Tremont Edwards, Derwin James, Jair, Leighton Vander Esch, Frank Ragnow, Calvin Ridley, Rashad Penny, and Sony Michel. Out of that whole list, he's probably better than everybody except I'll go Denzel. Even though I don't like it because it's I'll say it. He's better than Lamar. He's better than Josh. He's not better than Saquon.
Okay.
Oh no.
I only say that because he's gone farther than those two. If we're talking about actual playing, I would take Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen over Sam Darnold any day. But Sam Darnold's a damn good quarterback, and I mean that. So I wouldn't say he's the best in the class, but if we're talking Super Bowl wise, he takes the cake.
Mr. Clark.
Sam Darnold, I just wanted to first say off, another positive reflectation is that, he was a QB and champion for the Seattle Seahawks, but did you know that he was giving away chicken fingers? Recently, getting a special shift outside the restaurant. He gave out chicken fingers to fans. It wasn't an official meet and greet, but he was giving out chicken fingers.
You talking about that Kings commercial? Brother, I want to know about the 2018 draft class. How about that?
Okay.
Oh, seriously.
I'm sorry, bro.
No.
Hey, but I will say this. I'm going to have to agree with August. I'll put it like this. He's a top 5 2018 draft pick.
Reasonable.
Because because he is a champion. Athletically, he's not better than a lot of those players. Roquan Smith, Josh Allen, Lamar, Saquon,
Can I piggyback off
Denzel
you?
Ward. I'm top 5. He's not better than them.
Can I piggyback off you?
Go ahead.
He revitalized his career as well because
For
obviously he was in New York, the Big Apple, and he was playing like Gabricios.
He was seeing ghosts, y'all.
But Ghost catchers came to town.
Yeah.
They came to Minnesota. Even though he did get first rounded, he had a hell of a season.
For sure.
And
14-3.
And then he went to Seattle after Minnesota made the dumbest mistake of their lives. As Dante said last week, they are some dummies.
But listen, on the good hand, now he's making $33.5 million per year. They extended his 3-year to $100.5 million.
Money is good. We talking about who best on best. Who is better?
That's great though.
Yeah, this is great. That's fantastic. But I'm gonna put it like this: when it comes to that draft class and that conversation, I say it's hard to put him above a lot of players when you look at it talent wise. Even though he is top 5, because that Super Bowl does mean a lot. Like a lot of players play a lot of like Josh Allen, Lamar. They're clear as day better than him. But no Super Bowl. I was watching First Take the other day.
Okay.
And it was the one thing that stood out to me when it was like, I don't know, I forgot it was either Stephen A. or Cam Newton, one or the other. They was like, yeah, I like the players I see on the field. I'll take them over Sam Darnold any day of the week. But will I put them over a Super Bowl champion?
No, sir.
I can't. He's a champion. You can't. That's something on your resume you can't take away. A starting quarterback.
I'm sorry. Can I mess things up real quick?
Go ahead, sir.
I disagree with both of y'all.
Oh.
I think he is probably the 10th best pick in the draft.
Mm.
And the reason why I'm gonna say that because when he went to New York, even though when he went to New York, he had a chance to prove that he could be the best and help an organization. He even said in a statement earlier this week, I probably could have did way more for the New York Jets than what I already did. So to me, no, he's not.
Sir. But he still revitalized his career, and still he's a winner. He's a winner.
Win 2, I'm all right.
And I will say that too. I'll say to back up what August is saying too. He was a rookie. We already done established that when it comes to these rookie quarterbacks, it is terrible to put the franchise on their back.
Okay.
That first year. You name me a star player on that New York Jets offense when Sam Darnold.
Talk to me.
Because I'll be honest with you, you're right. I can't name you a star
You can't. You
but
cannot.
what I would say is, why it took so long?
I mean,
Because
No,
also went to
TJ,
Minnesota.
I got you right there.
But
TJ,
he went
it's
to
the
Minnesota.
Jets.
He
went to
It's the Jets, though. It's the Jets.
And then he went to Carolina.
He could have had spectacular. Cam Newton
He didn't even start.
Cam Newton was a rookie, and he brought that team from the garbage pits
It's
up.
the
Now
difference
it's how you
between-
start.
that's the difference
That's-
between
that's-
Cam Newton and
Nah,
Sam Darnold.
That's
nah.
always how you start. That's how you finish.
Exactly.
Trust
That's
the
the
Thank you.
process.
Let's
That's
go.
why it
Let's
comes
talk
into
about
that.
it.
That's why it comes
Trust
into
the process,
that
man.
top 5 where we say,
I got your
yeah,
back.
he's not top 5 talent wise. I agree with you, Dante. He's not better than them.
At all.
But at the end of the day, he's a champion. And I'm not putting a champion below a player that ain't win nothing.
But
Crazy.
you know what?
Damn, that is-
Talking about best on best, right? Let's look into the future.
Okay.
Let's look into the future. Who you have winning the Super Bowl, which ironically falls on Valentine's Day. And I have my opinion, but I'll hand it off to Dante. Dante, who you like?
Give me them boys out of 904. Give me them boys out of 904. Give me Jacksonville Jaguars to win it.
Really?
I'm going out there.
Really?
I'm going out. I'm stepping. I'm stepping.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. To be honest, I thought this was Jacksonville. This was y'all best year. To at least get there. I said not to win, but to get there.
Sorry.
Next year, I feel like it's gonna be a little questionable, but I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that. You want to go? Who you got? Go ahead.
You
Tell.
already
Go ahead,
know.
tell.
Let
Who
me
you
say.
got?
Let me say. No comment. I got the Eagles. Even though it was a rough year, you know, we're going to return and we're going to come out victorious. We had 11-6 record. So we're going to come back. We're going to snap. We still the biggest bird of them all. So simultaneously,
Not in 2025. I ain't the biggest bird of them all.
honestly, we're good. We good. So just stay where y'all at. Chill out. All right. No haters. Stay over there. We good.
I got my thoughts. Don't worry, I got my thoughts.
Hey,
Come on, TJ.
leave that alone.
Come on, TJ. Talk to me.
Me, to be honest, next year I got winning the Super Bowl. I ain't gonna lie, the first team I thought of was the Rams. But I sat back, had me a nice cold drink, got me a snack, and I was like, who could win next year? And I'm gonna have to go them Chicago Bears, man. Give me them boys in Chicago.
Nice.
Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson, man. Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson. Oh my gosh! I mean, the stuff that they did this season, having the most comeback wins this year, and just playing a physicality of football and just staying so locked in, they made it further than what anybody would have thought in the first year. Of
You
Ben
said
Johnson.
playing of what?
Hmm?
You said playing physical.
Playing physical.
How you say it?
Physical. We play
Oh, my
physical.
God. Physical.
Okay, I'm a can this. Who you got?
Do you want me to say it?
I was. Who you got?
See, can I say my biased and non-biased answer?
Go ahead.
See, I'm gonna start biasedly because Dante took the words out my mouth, but I am stepping. And I meant that with my Nike Panda Dunks on right now. I'm taking them Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm a Jacksonville kid. I'm a Jacksonville boy. But beyond those lines, since we have all of our coaches coming back, we have most of our talent coming back. Hopefully, we can get Travis Etienne and Devin Lloyd back. If that falls into our hands, it's going to be hard to stop us. And I mean that. It's going to be interesting to see the AFC. I would love to go to the Super Bowl this coming year because I think all Jacksonville fans deserve it. In a non-biased way, though, I wouldn't be surprised if Seattle went back to back. And I think that would definitely make TJ very happy. I say that because the swagger and energy they did bring this year, I think is unmatched. I do believe that Sam Darnold would go to another level next year. Will he be MVP caliber? Hell no.
No.
But
Game manager.
I do believe that
all
Kenneth
we
Walker
need.
will take it up a notch. I do believe that Jackson Smith and Jake will get jiggy on them black folk. And I do mean that in every way, shape, and form.
And he gonna make up for it too, because y'all know he was hurt during the Super Bowl.
But-
so, you know, he got ripped.
But I do think that if Seattle comes with the same intensity that they played with, especially in a hard NFC West, because not to mention they still have to deal with the Rams twice a year and the 49ers twice a year. Both hellified teams. So if they get past them among the other pieces of their schedule, I do think that they have a strong chance to go back to back.
Can I disagree with you on the Seattle Seahawks? And the reason why I can't say the Seattle Seahawks, because they losing their OC. Well, like you said earlier, Jacksonville returns everybody pretty much. They didn't really lose no talent. And you got to think, losing the first round when you expected to go further, I think that lit a fire.
And remember, Travis Hunter comes back too.
Yeah, so I get Canada with the Seahawks. Seahawks, congratulations. You're just 2025, 2026. Have fun in Cancun somewhere.
Yeah, it's okay. I have faith. I think we can.
But
do it
hold
again.
on, Dante, you said something about their OC.
I did. And
Can you expand on that?
yes, because I want to get to the next topic. Clinton Kubiak has declared to be the Las Vegas Raiders head coach. Will he be successful?
No. I say no because it's simple. It's the Raiders. I love Tom Brady in management. I love the fact that Clinton Kubiak coached his. Ooh, I was finna say something unholy right now. Coached his butt off in Seattle. And I think the addition of Fernando Mendoza, which I do believe should be the first pick of the draft, if they don't pick Fernando Mendoza, fire everybody. But besides that, they don't have the weapons. They will only have Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty, and Fernando Mendoza. Unless they go crazy in free agency, I do not see a world where the Raiders get past 7 wins.
Quick question. I want to add this. Under or over 8.5 games?
When?
Win.
Oh, under. I'm slamming the under. Respectfully, I'm slamming the under. Always, I'll go as far as saying they will win 5 games.
Ooh, you generous. Mr. White?
I'm gonna let you not go first. I got a couple things.
No, go ahead, get it out. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna start fresh by this. Will Clint Kubiak be successful as a Raider head coach? Yes, in due time. Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, you see how that turned out for Chicago at 1 year. I'm not saying they're gonna have the same Cinderella success story, but if you take a look at the Raiders,
They have no talent. They have no
Brock
talent.
Bowers, Ashton Jeffrey, that's
They have no talent
offensive.
besides
That's
them.
offensive. Listen. That's offensively, right? You know George Pickens is the number 1 free agency and receiver right next year.
He's getting franchise tag.
You
He's
think
getting
so?
franchise tag.
That's fine. You know who else?
He's staying in Dallas.
You know who else is a free agent next year? Mike Evans. You got talent.
He's not going nowhere.
Hurt!
He's not going nowhere.
1 year.
He's
you
not
see
going
what
nowhere.
DeMarcus Lawrence did last year when y'all brought
Ty
up
White.
DeMarcus
Ty
Lawrence is
White.
30 years old.
He's
DeMarcus
not
Lawrence is
Taylor
hurt.
Bay.
DeMarcus Lawrence had a great season and he won a Super Bowl. Age don't matter.
He's
It's
not.
talent.
He's not
I'm
leaving. He's not
I'm
leaving the
not
Bay.
worried about no age, man. Listen, when
Age
you bring
does
up
matter.
the Raiders, man, they have if they draft Fernando Mendoza, number 1 overall,
We say will.
they pick up an elite receiver as such as George Pickens or Mike Evans in free agency.
They're not.
And then you back that up on defense and you draft a player to go alongside Max Crosby.
Maybe.
They could turn into something special. Like I said, it's
Whoa,
not gonna be
whoa,
it's not
hold
gonna be
up now.
one. It's not gonna be one season. Of course,
Sir,
no.
sir,
Next
sir.
year, I have
They're trying to trade Max Crosby. They don't want that man.
No, Max Crosby doesn't want them.
He still don't want to be there.
But
He's not going to play for them
that's
at
understand-
all.
But we got to see how the offseason turn out. You know how many times we done got trade talks throughout the season and no one gets traded? It happens all the time, guys. You act like that man won't like the situation that he's in, getting a Super Bowl winning OC as your head coach. Then you got two. We got at least one. Ashton Jeffrey still has a lot to prove on the offensive side of the ball. I'm gonna be honest, but yes, he does. Ashton Jeffrey wasn't even the best running back last year.
I agree with that take.
Christian Judkins was the best rookie running back last year, and he didn't even play as many games as Genty. So I'm gonna put that out there. He has a lot to show. But Brock Bowers, that's probably a top 3 tight end in the NFL right now.
I mean, for
Outside of Trey
What'd he
McBride,
say?
outside of Trey
What'd he
McBride
say?
at number 1,
Top 3?
outside of Trey McBride
Brock
being the
Bowers,
best
top
tight end in the
3?
NFL,
Tight end?
Brock Bowers is 2 or 3.
Mark Andrews?
Mark Andrews, stop it! I don't want to hear no Mark Andrews.
No.
Listen, man.
no.
I'm gonna go
No,
by
are you
saying
serious?
give the Las Vegas Raiders next year and the year after that. I promise you they'll be a playoff threat.
Oh, you're drunk.
They'll be a playoff.
Oh,
threat.
you are
Mr.
drunk.
Carter, go. I got a lot to say.
Oh, wait, and one quick thing. If they do trade Max Crosby, you know how much draft capital that is in the first round they're gonna get?
And
That's
they're
a lot
still
of talent.
going to bomb it.
You're
still going to
saying
bomb it.
that, but you
They're
don't
still
know.
going to bomb
You
it.
never know. It's
Sir,
the word of
sir.
business in football.
It's the Las Vegas Raiders we're talking about, and 2 good things can happen at once.
It don't matter. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna say a team is gonna be trash just because because of their name. That's like saying I'm gonna think the Cardinals gonna be trash forever because they're the Cardinals. No,
They're still trash.
They weren't trash forever though. Every team in the NFL is gonna have their chance to shine, and the Raiders is coming. I'm telling you that right now. Go
No,
ahead.
sir.
Man,
No, sir.
yo,
Right.
listen, hey. Y'all got this man heated up, man. This dude
I'm
is
sweating.
like he just
I
got
am.
finished playing football. But I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Number one, I don't agree with what you said when you were just like age doesn't matter. When you get a certain age and stuff, your body stop working. Things stop working.
Matthew Stafford's
Off
40
Raiders
and he
comes.
just won MVP.
That's him. That's
And he's
listen. It's
36.
rare. It's like a
No, he's 39.
It's rare. Okay, I'm gonna
Even
say
worse.
this.
He
And
just won
listen,
MVP.
it's rare. And Clinton just got signed to a 5-year deal, so he better handle his business. Next,
It's not going to happen.
Okay.
Bring it home, preach. Bring it home, preach.
Clint Kubiak would not be successful
Thank you.
at Las Vegas at all.
Thank you.
I don't care what he did at Seattle.
Thank you.
That's Seattle business.
Thank you.
You don't have the same head coaches or the same personnel. So let's go ahead and get that out in the open
What's
right
today's
now.
date? It is February 11th, 2026. We're gonna see in 2 years.
Ashton
Okay.
Genty had a okay season.
Oh, definitely. He wasn't the best running
Then
back.
Wasn't the best running back.
Then again,
Brock
his
Bowers,
line was garbage,
I'll
though.
take Mike Gesicki over Brock Bowers.
Ooh, I
You know-
don't like that.
Brock Bowers was the best tight end in football last year. And
Huh?
You're gonna
No.
take Mike Gesicki over him?
I take pro experience over Brock Bowers. Yes, I said it. I stand on that with my 2 feet right here, right now on Sports Corner.
A tight end that had 1,000 yards in his rookie year.
Yes.
Against a dude that never.
Yes.
whoa. Hey man,
He ain't never had over
Yo.
100 a day in his life.
hey Dante.
800.
That's it.
I don't think Michael
I
Jordan
don't-
had a 100-yard
I
game.
don't, TJ, as much as I love you, my guy, and I love you, you had too much of that Super Bowl going to your head right now,
I
my
don't even
brother.
care about the Raiders. I don't care about Clint. I'm just being honest. If you want to be honest, the Raiders do suck. I don't care. I want, to be honest, I want Max Crosby on the Seattle Seahawks. To be honest, bump Clint, bump what he got going on. But if we look at it from a business standpoint, I think they got something special brewing if they could manage it right. And that's just how I feel.
Okay, my brothers, y'all yelling at each other like y'all want to get physical. But speaking of physical, we got to move on to basketball. Detroit Bad Boys versus the Hornets brawl. Did you see that?
I wouldn't
you
say
see
bad
that?
boys. Now them bad boys were not bad boys
But
since the
Mama
90s.
said knock you out. There were 4 players that got ejected. That was Jalen Durham, Musa Diabate, Isaiah Stewart, and Miles Bridges. It was in the third quarter at 7:09 remaining in the third quarter when Jalen Durham was going for a layup. And Musa Diabate just tackled him. Next thing you know, them boys was throwing them bows. How would you feel if you got fouled, right? And you just, next thing you know, did you see the disrespect after the foul? They squared up, looked each other in the eyeballs. And then Jalen Hurts said, man, you a little boy, get the heck out of here, and pushed him right in his face. What would you do? I know what I would do. We getting physical, okay?
Well, first things first. You can't just isolate the Detroit versus Charlotte fight because there also was another fight between Minnesota and Atlanta. It also went down. And obviously there was some ejections that went down, but I think this brings back the physicality of basketball that should be in the game. I think even though let David Stern be the commissioner. Oh, suspensions for the rest of the year and the next year. But I think it's refreshing to see the fights, but at the same time, you have to have a level of professionalism in the sport.
But listen,
It was
basketball.
obviously a bad foul. I do believe it was a bad foul. But the fact it got to a point where it did get to a huge fight, that's concerning. But I think all basketball is coming back bit by bit. And I also want to commend, because I know you're about to say this, well, Dante, Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart. And the question that I think Dante had growing up in his head.
It wasn't a brew. It's a statement.
It wasn't brewing.
It's a statement.
It's still telepathic.
I got some more things to say, but
I think
save me for last.
I think Isaiah Stewart standing up for his teammates was definitely warranted, definitely refreshing to see, because you have to have that enforcer on a team that makes the statements and protects the star players. And I think that fact alone helps his case. Will he be suspended for a minute? Yes, he will be suspended for a minute. But it's refreshing to see that the Pistons have that stand, to have that basis where they can come to bat for each other. And it makes how cohesive the team is very hard to stop.
Good word.
Which would mean that Detroit might be a dangerous basketball team. But for right now, hit him with a left, hit him with a right. Now I got to sit down for having that fight night. Amen.
You want to take it or you want me to take it?
I'm going to just say this. The man said, Isaiah Stewart, you drafted me to Detroit. What else did you expect?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to throw my hands up and say, hey, he's right. Because we all know what type of city Detroit is. It's a knit and gritty city.
Indeed.
So then he got knit and gritty for his teammates.
Think about it. They have the Red Wings. They also have the Lions.
Exactly. Come on now, it's like that city is known for its physicality and especially the way the Detroit Lions are going right now. Of course, and the way the Detroit Pistons are playing right now, number one in the East.
They're looking like the old bad boys.
I mean, right now, I love the fighting in basketball, to be honest. So I feel like every basketball team needs that one guy.
Yes.
That one Draymond Green. You need that one Draymond Green, because not only does he puts a pressure on the opponent, and they be like, oh, here go this guy, here go he do this. I feel like when you have that one guy on your team that's always getting into it with another team, it doesn't do nothing to make your team tougher. Because then you like, oh, he doing it. I'm not gonna let my teammate just do that. Even though I'm not the problem, I'm gonna stand up for him just because it's my teammate. Like, I feel like that brings a continuity to the team and lets them grow, and it gains chemistry. Because the struggle of an 82 season, you gotta grow together, you gotta play together, and you just gotta, have some type of, bond with your teammates. You have to. It's basketball. So having that person on the team and being able to rally around him is what really brings the team together. So I love that. And he's suspended, but guess what? They're gonna play every game for that man. And when he come back, they're gonna rejoice and they're gonna get right back to it. So I have no problem with the fights.
I have a problem with the fights.
Oh Lord, here you go.
My take is going to be very controversial, so feel free to argue with me if you want to.
Talk to me.
I got time today.
Same.
If a teammate get in a fight with an opponent, they'll come back me up. I want it for myself. I'm gonna take it by myself. I don't need y'all getting fines because y'all still need to play for the team. I take my suspension like a man. I take that fine like a man. Do not come to my rescue. You come to my rescue, now you putting the team in jeopardy. I already put the team in jeopardy for myself, so do not come to my rescue at all. I'll take that fight and I throw them bows myself. We both gonna be suspended. But guess what? Somebody gonna know they're gonna be hurt. Somebody gonna get hurt a lot worse than me. Just let you know that now.
Okay, let me say this. Let me ask you this. Are you for sure that they're going to get hurt? Because if you say that and you be like, all right, well, don't come to my rescue and all that, and you wind up getting knocked out and waking up in the hospital.
I picked the fight.
Then it's not like what?
If I,
it's like, hey man, you should
if
have
I got fouled
brother.
hard and I picked the fight, I'm gonna take it.
And then
I got knocked out,
you wake up in the hospital. It's saying that you need help. And I seen Isaiah. He didn't land no punches, man. At least land a punch to the body. This dude, Miles Bridges, he left, right. You know what I mean? He was just so. Oh man.
No.
I was like, yo, I thought it was Muhammad Ali, full like a butterfly, singing like a bee.
Whatever you do. Don't come to my rescue. Let me take the 1-on-1. You still got more to play for. I don't need my teammates back up. Cause I want to show that I'm not a BI. You know the rest.
So did you see when Charles Lee went after the ref too in the fourth quarter after Grant Williams got a charge and stuff? That was crazy. It was like this. I showed you earlier. So act like you're coming towards me. He's like, LaMelo Ball and the rest of them, Brandon Miller and all them, they all had to come towards him because, yo, that dude right there, the coach Charles Lee, I could tell he got hands. I could just tell by the way somebody got hands, just by the way he just approached him like, yeah, you ain't going to get me. And then he tried to sneak him.
But can I be honest? This is a lesson on what not to do in the NBA. Obviously, don't try Isaiah Stewart. Obviously, don't try the 4 people on this cast right now. It has been Sports Corner. It has for the week.
Don't try me.
It's been an interesting episode, and as football winds down, you will be getting a lot more basketball. I am August Kirkpatrick, and I'm here with.
You already know it's your boy Dante Wilkerson.
It's TJ.
Sorry. Enoch Clark.
And we'll be back next week with more intensive and extensive basketball coverage. See you next week.